Greetings. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling today? Let's see what Spirit has in store. What is the overall message Spirit want me to transmute for y'all? Know that this is a timeless general read, so take what resonates, throw away what does not. This will not resonate for everyone, so don't make it fit if it doesn't. All right, so pre-shuffle, we got entanglement, shadow self, and sacred geometry. So what I'm getting from this is I feel like that you are entangled in some type of I feel like who I'm picking up on, you're still uncovering different parts of yourself having to do with this dualistic type reality that we live in, this yin and yang type reality. And you're learning the ins and outs of how this thing we call life works. You're expanding your consciousness. You're mastering your shadow self. And you are pulling yourself away from the entanglement of, like, basically you're realizing, like, okay, we live is either good or bad, yin or yang, happy, sad. You're starting to come to full circle with what it is, and you're choosing to be happy. So basically, yeah, we live in a duality type reality, but you still have free will to choose exactly what it is that you want to do. So clarify the entanglement card, Spirit. Yes, that's exactly. So yeah, there's been some type of big change with the eclipse. So some type of drastic change, but it's a change for the better. We got astral voyager, the surreal sea, and then prism. So I feel like that you are stepping out of the way that you used to think, the way that you used to look at life. You could be astral traveling a lot more, having very vivid or lucid dreams. You could actually just be traveling and you're just learning about yourself. I feel like that you're setting sail into the light above all of the trauma and turmoil that you may have went through as a child growing up. And again, it's like no hard feelings, because you're no longer taking it personal. You're just like, okay, I see what this is. These were to put me on a path of spirituality, of higher knowledge, of higher learning, for me to really discover who I am, my authentic self, as opposed to staying stuck in the matrix like everyone else gets caught in the matrix. And it's so interesting because I was thinking about these cards tonight. I was like, I want a different reading. I love you, twin. However, it'd be nice to get a different reading, like some mental stimulating readings instead of just love readings. Like, I know y'all be liking them love readings, but it'd be nice to get something new. So I feel like this refreshing reading is like, what I'm picking up is, again, you experiencing different spectrums of the rainbow. So different waves and forms of happiness. So maybe you might have felt trapped at one point, and again, entangled into the reality that was given to you, which most of us, our reality sucked, that was given to us. But now that you have this newfound perception, perspective, and knowledge, you like, oh, finally I can rise above it. Let me go to this color of the rainbow. And I just want to show y'all what I'm talking about. So you could have been down here first, but now you're like going higher, and again, higher in consciousness. So I feel like that what you've been through, again, you're stepping out of it like, yes, I've accomplished something. That's what it's giving me, a sense of accomplishment. And you're just like, I'm no longer allowing whatever I was going through to hold me back anymore. Let's see what the tarot's saying. Yeah, see, Page of Wands and the Ace of Swords. You think completely different from here on now. You don't see things the same. You actually sit and think things through before you make a decision. You aren't as impulsive as you were before, and you're ready to explore different parts and versions of yourself. You're ready to break out of the prism that you have been so ingrained and closed in. Because 3/4 could be significant. People really don't understand how ingrained this matrix makes you into the 3D. You be so into the 3D, you don't even know that you're there. But that's the whole point. to keep you on a little autonomous robot type mindset so that you can do as they say and never ask questions to break out and really discover how powerful you are. So I feel like that now that you see what's going on, you can really start to create a new reality. It's like you have this new excitement, this new, again, a page of wands, a new way to communicate and a reason to explore rather than just, oh, I just want to go to this country because that's where all the tourists go and it look fun and I want to take pictures in my bikini and put it on Instagram to get likes. You're just like, that no longer does it for me. I need stimulation, mental stimulation. So you definitely had your awakening. I feel like this is somebody a little new though. So, yes. And it's these eclipses that we had, these moon phases, they all play a part. But I feel like, again, eclipses bring powerful change, very powerful change. So you had some type of spiritual awakening, change, epiphany that's just like, yo, I got to do something different. I got to expand. 3-5 could be significant. What's the shadow self, Spirit? What's the shadow self? Clarify the shadow self. Oh, damn. I heard take them, so we gonna take them if that's what Spirit want me to do. I see why Spirit wanted me to take all of these. Okay, so your shadow self, it's like you really had to delve deep and do a complete 180, really a 360, because yeah, when you do a 360, you end up back in the same place. But if y'all know how time goes in a spiral, so you doing this 360, now you're at a higher place to where you can look down and be like, well, if I do this, then that's going to cause that. And because I did that, that caused that, because we got the butterfly effect out here. So you may have attempted to go back and change things or to wish that things were different. Or again, I feel like, and it didn't turn out in your favor. Or you were just like, oh, cause and effect. I do this, then it's going to cause that. I do this, it's going to cause that. I need to take some accountability. I can't keep blaming everybody else for my fuck ups, is what it's giving me with the butterfly card. So a lot of your relationships with love, with your family, with your dreams, how you looked at yourself, you had to really go deep within and be like, man, I've caused all of this. Granted, this is the journey that I chose before I got here, because as a baby, you don't ask to go through sucky relationships and ask to be born to sucky parents or parents who are abusive. But it happens because it's part of karmic lessons that you have to learn as part of this karmic shadow self. Maybe you were the karmic parents in the past lifetime. And again, you were karmic, so you didn't treat your kids good. So you got to go through these lessons of like, do I really want to go through this? Do I want to be a karmic parent and continue that toxic ass cycle of karma? Or do I want to make a change and say no and have boundaries and walk away when people aren't giving me the love that I want, when they aren't supporting my dreams and what it is that I want to do, when they aren't really feeding me, when they not grounded? If I'm feeding you, you should be feeding me back. It should be an equal energy exchange. So I feel like you delving into your shadow self really made you see what love really was, because we always get told what love is, but none of us rarely get shown exactly what unconditional love is. So the shadow self, the shadow work that you've done has uncovered different parts of yourself to where you can be completely reborn. So kudos, viewer, whoever you are, pat yourself on the back. I'm sending you a whole bunch of hugs and congratulations, because I know how it be on this journey. It is not for the weak or the meek, but you've gotten thus far, so you're doing the damn thing. You're doing something spectacular. And again, for your family tree, your generational lineage, you're doing something big because you are clearing it. You're cleaning out the karmic debt. You're going after your dreams. You've become more confident. You show this self-love, and baby, self-love always attract the right people, especially after you've had enough practice. And you might not get your soulmate as soon as I love myself, and the universe sees it. You're going to get some people along the way that's going to come and test you to see how much you love yourself. But as long as you have those boundaries, you say no, you be honest with people, it will eventually attract your soulmate or your divine counterpart, however y'all want to put it. But you had to go through it. You had to learn it. So it's like you have this newfound like gratefulness and appreciation of life is what I'm getting after you've done this shadow self work. So, like, and I feel like you want to cry. Like, I feel like I want to cry, but it's like and crying is also an alchemic process of getting rid of the old toxic trauma and the energy that's been stored in those muscles, the memory muscles. So, like I said, congratulations, because it takes a lot to realize this, not only about other people and what you're in. It's a big, like, mind fuck, but it be like that sometimes. 3 ones could be significant, but it's like you be glad, you're glad that you went through it. You're glad that you had this rebirth. So even though it was painful, it was so much worth it, viewer. And now it's leading you to a path of serendipity. So now you'll receive, again, when you step into your divine feminine and masculine energy, things just flow for you, baby, because you are here to create divine order and justice and love. Divine order, divine justice, divine love, divine timing. You just fall into divinity when you're on this path, and things just start to click for you. Now will be challenges, so where you have to really, again, question how much do you love yourself. But as long as you put yourself first in a healthy way, 3 ones again, things will turn out better than expected. Okay, so you might be going through your serendipity path, and you might be pushed to follow the unknown, to step into the unknown, to go, to just do it, even if it doesn't make sense, even if you don't have enough money, even, or say you do have enough money, and then something comes up, and then bam, you panicking and like, damn, what am I gonna do? 3 twos could be significant. But you're learning that, okay, well, spirit wouldn't put me on this path to fail again, especially after I've ascended. I've been doing good. I'm not fucking nobody over. And then I'm falling for people who like to fuck people over, because you'd say that wasn't you. It was never that type, but you attracted people who like to fuck people over. Once you start remembering the things you're grateful for, and that you're like, you know what, spirit wouldn't put me on this path for no reason. There must be something here for me to learn, something for me to gain, something for me to trust. This is how spirit shows you how to trust the unknown, by putting you in predicaments where, what you gonna do? You gonna act a fool and cry? You might cry a little bit, act a fool, but are you gonna stay in that vibration, or are you gonna just be like, you know what, I'm on a serendipitous path, and spirit wouldn't send me this far just for me to fail. So something gotta give. And again, I'm on a path of abundance. I can manifest and attract whatever it is I want. Yes, there will be trials and error. There will be doubts, plenty of doubts creeping in your mind. But it's all teaching you to just trust spirit, is what I'm getting. And I say all of this with this card because, again, shadow work is, again, about trusting spirit, trusting source energy. Like, you can do all of this, but if you don't really trust source energy, you're not going to get far, because you have to take the risk of going into the unknown. Like when Alice in Wonderland fell in that hole, she didn't expect to see what she didn't know what was going to happen. But by the end of the movie, it turned out way better than she expected. 3 ones again, and 1313 could be significant. So, and 4 So what I get with this is, like, just keep going on your path, regardless of where you are, viewer. This is part of the shadow work, is trusting what you don't know is going to happen. Like, sometimes you may be in a position and you don't know what's going to happen, and you're just waiting. You're in the position of patience and wait. But think about it. You got everything you need? Check. Are you happy, healthy, your body functioning? Check. You got somewhere to stay? Check. You got money to eat? Check. Or you got somebody that's willing to assist you in that department? If you got everything you need, the money will come. Or whatever it is that you're looking for, it will come. Matter of fact, yeah. With the 9 of Wands, it's like you could be tired, like, but spirit, I'm tired. I'm tired of this. But you keep getting that push, like, just keep going. Don't give up. Help is on the way. That's what this energy is giving me. And then the 3 of Swords, yeah. So whoever I'm picking up on, like, your shadow work has been, like, exhausting, heartbreaking, very tiresome, very stressful, draining. As I'm hearing that, fight all my life. So yeah, you might have had to fight off your life, but it's getting you to a place to where you will never have to fight again, is what I'm getting. Oh, look at that. See? King of Pentacles. And then the moon, literally what I was just telling y'all about, trusting the unknown. You might not know what's coming, what's there behind door number 1, but Spirit wants you to walk through it anyway. So it might be a little scary. It'd be like that. It's going to be a little scary. But what was more scary? Dealing with shit that didn't serve your higher purpose knowingly. You knew about it. And you kept on dealing with it. And you knew what it was going to bring you. I think that's a little more scarier than going into something where if I'm on a path of righteousness and I'm on a serendipitous path, then it's got to turn out better than expected. But it takes time to really reprogram your mind, to rewire your mind like it's going to turn out better than expected. Because you can say it all day, but if you don't believe it, then it's probably not going to happen. I ain't going to say that. Spirit is going to make you a believer to the point where you have to believe. Or you can continue to suffer and be stuck and confused and lost like most people are in the matrix. That's the whole point of getting out the matrix, so you don't have to be stuck and confused. So I feel like whoever I'm picking up on, yes, your shadow work, it might have sucked, but go through door number 1 because it's going to lead you to a world of uncertainty, but serendipity, which we all know is prosperity, happiness. Like, great things are to come. You can only go up from here. 16, 16, and 7, 7. What's sacred geometry? Y'all see why I love readings like this? Because this is what I'm here for. To help people raise their vibration. So yes, sacred geometry. You could be looking into it. You could see some of those shapes when you meditate. These shapes do help you astral travel. And then when you get used to it, you'll be able to do it more at will, as opposed to in your sleep, uncontrolled. Some people have the ability to do it. Some people have the ability to astral travel like that, especially the younger generation. If they're not too tainted, they're very psychic and can astral travel quite easily. But I feel like that's what this sacred geometry, again, is also teaching you the secrets of the universe, how everything is entwined, how everything is connected, how much numerology and numbers matter. 1717 and 88 could be significant. How the universe speaks to you, baby. The universe speaks to you in numbers and signs and synchronicities. So and you got to be sharp enough to see that, or you're going to keep missing it. Sometimes you don't have signs. When you get to a certain point on your journey, you don't get any signs. You just have to go with spirit, trust your intuition. That happened to me recently. I didn't get no signs to be where I'm at today, where I'm at right now. But it was like, okay, I can go home or I can go and see what's behind door number 1. So I chose door number 1 and here I am. And I'm just waiting to see like, okay, why am I here? What's the purpose? What's the point? But I know something good's going to come out of it. But it took me some time to get there. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it might take time to get there. And eventually you get tired of worrying and stressing and like, well, when is it going to come? Well, how's it going to happen? Well, this day you just be like, fuck it. I know I ain't come this far to fail. 18, 18, and 99 for the confirmation. You didn't come this far to fail. You didn't come home to be like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, to be so limited. Now, there may be times where you may be a little limited on your journey, but it's to teach you discipline. Yay, discipline. It's to teach you some discipline because at some point you do need it. You know, you can't run away from it. Yes, we have free will and you want to be free, but you need some type of structure and discipline. So don't take it personal. Just go with the flow of things. Again, gratitude and appreciation. I got everything I need. I'm being taken care of. I'm not fucked over or fucked up. I'm gonna see what happens. So it's basically, again, with the sacred geometry card, we have the floating island, the transcendent light, the mystical eye, and mirroring. So I feel like, again, with you learning all of these lessons and you picking up the energy of synchronicities and how the universe talks to you and communicates with you on your path, it's going to cause you to be isolated. Because of one, most of these, excuse me, a lot of people around you, your friends, family, they ain't going to know what the hell you're talking about. They're not going to get it. And that's okay. It ain't for them to get until they go on this journey, if they decide to in this lifetime. So I feel like you may be at a point where you're needing to isolate, or you are isolated, and you are transcending into light. Again, from the beginning, you've been so ingrained and entangled into this matrix, into this, not realizing what duality really was. Now that you can see it, now you can ascend, now you can transcend, now you can step into the light for real, for real. Now you can really be a mystic and start doing what you want to do in the realms of mysticism, of occultism, which is basically just higher knowledge. It ain't nothing evil like they make it seem. But also you expanding your third eye, because the mystical eye is definitely giving me that third eye type energy, or your first eye, because that is what you use as your first defense, is your intuition, not what you see in the 3D, because 3D can be a big lump sum of money, but then behind it or under it or attached to it is like negativity or a trap, or it could be blood money. You get what I'm saying? It ain't always good money. It ain't always going to be a good thing. But if your intuition can see it ahead of time, then you can avoid it. So I feel like you learning all of this knowledge, like even if you're not looking up sacred geometry, you're just learning a lot of knowledge at this time. And again, you need to be isolated, because you could easily pick up other energies and mirror that energy. So I feel like that's a certain message, like isolate. For the ones who haven't, you need isolation. So, and on top of that, when you go and travel, or you get that isolation, say you go out the country, you go to another state, whatever the case is, you get messages along the way. You meet people who have messages for you. Some of y'all are the messenger, and you have to get out and do your own thing. You have to be separated from everyone to rejuvenate your energy, to recharge your batteries, especially when you getting all these downloads, learning all this information, having these upgrades. You can't be around people, because negative energy affects people. I don't care how many times, how much people say, oh, that doesn't affect me. It does. It affects you no matter, where you're at on your journey. It can affect you, especially if you're empathetic. You're absorbing all these energies, You can't be ingrained in that forever. Like some of you, 3-2s could be significant. Some of you might not have a choice. But if you're in that predicament, in that environment for a reason, you're there to learn. 3-2s again. You're there to learn something. And as soon as you learn the lesson, doors will open for you to leave that environment, which is what I'm getting more so now. I feel like either you already left, or you're about to leave, because you're getting all the signs like, I got to get out of this. You feel me? Because I'm doing so much mirroring. If I'm going to mirror somebody, I need to mirror people who are on the same level intellectually, financially, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, or that are higher, so that I can learn from this, as opposed to absorbing what is not mine, or mirroring people and energies that are no longer conducive to where it is that I'm attempting to go or create in this reality. So I feel like once it's all said and done, you're in the right direction, viewer. Take that isolation time. Even if it's a vacation, take the vacation. Some of you are looking to travel on months at an end's time, or just go on your spiritual journey and travel. Do that. Discover yourself, because it's going to be something there for you. It's going to be somebody who's going to give you some information that you might need in the near future, or 10 years from now. You might meet a certain connect that's going to put all the pieces together. You might meet your damn master. Who knows? Who's going to teach you some things. 3-2s, and then 23, 23, 5, 5. So we got a lot of confirmation up in here. So it's just letting me know, like, this is, again, keep going, viewer. You're in the right direction. Clarify the sacred geometry. What's this first card? Yeah, see? The world. I love it. And then the Ace of Pentacles. Perfect. What we got in the middle? Yeah, false person. Got to get away. And then trash box. 6 of Pentacles. So, yeah, you seeing people for who they are. This is going to teach you to see people for who they are, to see right through them. So trust the journey that you're on, viewer. Is going to expand your consciousness in ways that you could only fathom, ways you never thought of. So trust the journey that you're on, because you're in the right direction. You need to be psychically aware of your surroundings, of what's going on. You need to be able to spiritually protect yourself. It is very important, spiritual hygiene and spiritual protection, because you're going to meet some people along the way that are not going to like what you're doing, and that's okay. but you got to protect yourself from them. So I feel like that this you go embarking on this transition to light, you stepping into the light from the darkness, is closing a really old karmic toxic cycle and is stepping into something completely new, completely new. And it's great things are going to come from it, you know? And then when you see, again, you meet these people, they might be obsessed with you, but don't. And I feel like, especially the higher you raise your vibration, the more people become obsessed. The more people just, it's something about your energy. I just got to be around it. Like, I love being around you and your energy. And that shit can get draining. That's why I said it's so important to have solitude time, to take time to yourself, to recharge your batteries, to rejuvenate, to cleanse your energy. Because you never know what other people are carrying around, their karma, trauma, drama. You don't want to pick that stuff up and carry it around with you. But regardless of how obsessed these people come off, baby, they're not ready for you with the Four of Wands in reverse. They might adore you and feel like that you literally are from the Most High, you're very divine and there's something special about you, but have discernment, okay? Because you don't want to get caught in the past. That's why, again, your intuition is there for you to see right through these people, because a lot of them you see how crazy they look? A lot of these people, they a little touched. They a lot of touched. And you don't want to put yourself in that type of energy, shall I say. Like, you don't want to get attached to that. You don't want to get attached to their karma. You don't want to fall for it just because you're nice and this, that, and the third. You're going to have to learn to say no. You're going to have to learn to be more honest with people, regardless of whether they like it or not. And you'll develop it as time goes. It might not start off like that, but as time goes, you'll learn to be more honest and forthcoming and more truthful, regardless of how it's going to hurt people's feelings. Even if you say it in the nicest way, sometimes people still get butt hurt. Eventually, you'll get there. I'm still working on that, but I've gotten way further compared to where I was just a month ago. Now I can really express myself. And like I said, sometimes here and then sometimes you'll know when to say something and when to be like, you're a little crazy. It's probably best I tell you what you want to hear right now. Because if I be completely honest with you, I don't know how you gonna react. You feel me? So sometimes it ain't worth it. I'm not saying just straight up lie, but just feel the situation for what it is, and you'll know which direction to go. So I ain't gonna tell you what to do. You're gonna figure it out yourself, and you'll know what to do. But I feel like that you're on the right path, viewer. So if this reading resonated, keep going, because you have beautiful, beautiful opportunities coming to you. So many new beginnings, so many new opportunities, so many new contracts, new money. 27, 27, and 9 for the confirmation. And the 9 is all about completion. So you've done something well, viewer. Pat yourself on the back, especially with the World card. You are in a completely new cycle. And when these people try to come in, just be wary of that, because they're going to want to be around your energy a lot. And you have to tell them, you got to tell them no. They're going to want to party with you, and you got to tell them no. Because if not, they're just going to suck up all your energy. And then you're telling the universe, I like when people suck up my energy or use me, or when they're not willing to commit and give me equal energy exchanges. You know what I'm saying? So discernments, choosing wisely, strengthening your third eye, because it is a muscle as well, is going to take you far, viewer. So you are in the right direction. 3 2s for the confirmation. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. That's all I got for y'all. I'll see y'all in the next reading. Peace, love, and light.